What Aussies are really doing to cut costs. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I want to visit Reddit once again and look at a post where people are discussing what they are doing to cut costs. Now, often I will make suggestions as to, well, only eat one meal a day or even fast for a few days, at the very least to get yourself over the fear of going without. To a stoic idea, expose yourself to some of the harshness in life when it's within your complete control, so you're not that scared about it happening. You don't quickly run to the ABC and demand an article be written about you because you have to skip a meal once in a blue moon. But let's see what suggestions other people are making, because I somehow don't think that's ever going to hit mainstream here in Australia, guys. We got a little too good. So let's check this out. What have you actually done to reduce your cost of living? Many of us know what we should do. Negotiate interest rates, yep, shop at Aldi, cut takeaway coffees, and avo toast. They add up. They really add up. But what have you actually done and stuck with? Now, because I will make the argument in many videos that as interest rates go up, many people that have had their finances stretched may for the first time actually have to budget. Because the reason I'm saying that is because it's been so good in Australia for so long. So let's check this out and see what they're doing. Intermittent fasting, getting a jump start on starvation. I mean, there you go. Brilliant comment there. I don't know if it's a joke or being serious, but I mean, hey, you should. We've all got an emergency fat supply all over our body that can, last a surprisingly long time. So it's great. You can't market fasting, so you don't see it often. Only breakfast is the most important meal of the day crap. Skip a meal and fill up with black coffee so you start your day on pure hatred. No, black coffee, or even add butter to it. If you that was how I think we changed our whole diet, or introduction to keto, was Rachel made me a bullet coffee. And now I just drink them straight black. I got accustomed to black coffee before. If so, it was an easy jump, yeah. Not that I've had any real weight issues, but I do drop a few kilos for a bike ride, and simply skipping breakfast works wonders. The povertarian diet. I mean, are people so fortunate here in Australia that they are, aren't they? Never had to go without. You see every article, skipping a meal is seen like a big deal. Food is such a large expense. I've been doing the same with a keto diet, down to 1-2 meals a day and not feeling hungry. Halved my food bill. I think it's also to do with the diet. You want to up your fats. Exactly what I'm doing. Saves money, saves my health. Doing a 24 fast for the past 9 months. Okay, so a lot of people are hitting this. My 2 meals are lunch and dinner, but occasionally I skip lunch. Lunch is around midday and dinner around 5. At the moment, breakfast is our big family meal. It's the big one that we'll cook, and then we'll probably have maybe lunch or snacks, leftovers throughout the day. So, no lights helping with... Is everyone losing that COVID gut? There you go, good work. Is this all just turned into... Shit, this is something I'm commenting on in my videos. And there you go, Redditors are doing it. They're skipping meals. Aussies are skipping meals, guys. Fantastic. See? You're thinking Florian's talking rubbish. The average Aussie's doing it here, or the average Redditor is doing it here. So let's see what else they have. Low cal oxygen when you're breathing. Yes. 40-hour famine once a week. Keeps me looking hot. Okay. Is this all deleted menu log and Uber Eats? There you go. So they're cutting on discretionary spending on those meals. I halved the amount I spent on food by no longer having a partner. Can't say I recommend this though, as there's a couple of other costs that I no longer split. It should get cheaper eating as a couple. You cook more. Move back in with family. Saving on rent, but paying with my sanity. Yeah, well, there you go. Have started using Sangprogroni to... oh, come on. Instead of Voss, significantly cheaper. Okay. One wanky water instead of another. I'm wearing the same pair of $3 boxer shorts. All this is just a bit of a joke, isn't it? Come on, let's keep going. Read 10 posts a day on Oz Finance about increasing cost of livings, and they've done nothing. Well, I can agree, I think, because I'm not totally pushed yet. Totally shorting Oz Finance as the quality of content decreases, your profit increases. I've been making vegetable stew with frozen veg and a roast chook and soup mix. Okay, yep. Veggie soup, cheap way to eat. You know, soup, veggie soup, just chuck it all in there and boil it. You don't even need to buy the pretty vegetables. Even get your leftover meat broth and put it in there. Send children to work in the mines, tax fraud, racketeering. I don't think you're actually doing that. Here we go. Someone finally gave a decent post. Switch phone providers from $35 to $11.60 a month. There you go. That's a realistic savings. I could go to, what was I was on a $15 Aldi plan. There's probably some even cheaper. Called bank for rate reduction on home loan. Cancelled streaming services. Stop buying or spending money on pretty much anything non-essential for now. Buying groceries with e-gift cards for 4% off everything. Plus SIM plan through Woolworths Mobile for 10% off a big shop each month. Alcohol for special occasions only. From Dan Murphy's, again using 5% off e-gift cards. And sticking to a long neck or a cheap bottle of wine. Working overtime on Saturdays. And things I've always done. Cooking less, buying what is on special, basing meals around cheap staples. Brown rice, pasta, legumes, frozen veggies, oats. All coffee made at home using a pod machine. Oh, you need to step that up to go to like the freeze-dried instant stuff. All lunches packed for work. I've got lots still to do. Shop around for best options for insurance policies, considering fixing a home loan for a year, etc. Well, I'll give them a like. That's the first decent comment here. There's been, a lot of rubbish. FYI, we found you can double dip on the 10% off if you do an online click and collect shop and then a physical shop. If you do a physical shop, the online 10% isn't an option. So in the month, Mrs. and I get 4 weeks of 10% off. We are organized enough. I don't know what they're doing here. Let me know if you take advantage of this thing with Woolies. We shop at Aldi's most of the time. Because back when Rachel had the Excel spreadsheet where she looked at each item, it was cheaper than Coles, it was cheaper than Woolworths, and it was actually cheaper than Costco. Because, for us to go to Costco, we got to drive all the way out to it, and we got to, I know there's some advantage to people getting petrol, but maybe we should look at it again, do a video on it. Go out there and do a Costco trip and see if we can save on a monthly shop there. But we're so used to the Aldi products. I wonder if their meat's any cheaper. Let's have a look. Keep going here. Anything else good? Pods come back to a tin of blend 43. Yep. Yeah. You got to do it. I buy gift cards for all my shopping now too. What is this? What is this thing? Buying gift cards for your shopping? I don't get that. Why? Why do people do that? Is that to force themselves to go shopping, or do they get a discount on it? Let me know in the comments, guys. Sometimes they have specials, and I'll stock up. Oh, wait. I remember. Is that like when once in the year they have a discount on iPod, Apple cards? The iTunes cards. They have them for sale like 30% off. And I'll buy a whole heap of them just to chuck on the iTunes in case I want to buy things. Is that what they're doing? Sometimes they have a special and I'll stock up. Last year, my health fund rewards had 10% off Woolworths cards. I bought $1,500 worth. Well, there you go. That's an interesting idea. I would never have thought of that, to be honest. Buying gift cards from one of the major retailers, they'll love you because you're locking in that spending, and you're going to spend it there anyway, and you get a discount for it. I guess the only issue is if it expires or if you lose the card. And you've locked that money away. So that $1,500, that they've set aside for food. I mean, that's only a month's worth, really. Depends on how big your food budget is, or a couple of months. So the interest, maybe offsetting a mortgage, it'll be something. It wouldn't be that much. It's better doing this than putting on a credit card, that's for sure. I mean, putting the food on a credit card. Also get 4 times 10% off shops a month. Now, is this... I've never heard of this, so I'm learning something new here. I'm from Reddit. Fantastic. I try to only buy my regular items when they're half price, and then I'll stock up. I keep a list of things that are getting low and wait until they're on sale. I don't eat much meat at all anymore. My daughter gets 4 amazing lunches a week at daycare, so I'm not fussed if she wants baked beans or eggs on toast for dinner. Yeah, what's wrong with baked beans or eggs on toast for dinner, to be honest? There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to be too worried. Also just built 2 decently sized veggie patches using free wood off Facebook Marketplace with soil, some screws and seedlings. I spent about $50, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, it's a nice project for us, and my daughter gets to see things grow she can eat. So, I mean, starting your own veggie patch. But there's buying these vouchers now. That's interesting. That's really interesting. But this woman's obviously very organized. I've made the job move back to FIFO, fly in, fly out. After a lengthy soul searching and gritting of teeth, reduces food and utility costs. Well, yeah, that's a saving too, but that it's not a fun gig. I mean, I couldn't really. I'd hate it personally. I see my kids all the time, like all the time. We've got a project we're working on now over the weekend and into the next couple of weeks. It's a tight delivery. So I've got the kids helping me on the job. I've got Mina downloading Entourage and objects and rescaling them in Blender, which is fantastic. She's learning skills, and the younger ones want to learn too, so they can have fun and learn something. But if FIFO, I'd never see them. So for me personally, that would be an extreme sacrifice to have to do that. And I don't think I'm alone. A lot of dads, yeah. Let's have a look. Dusted off the coffee machine sitting in the corner and actually taught myself to make a passable latte every morning before work is the most obvious penny saver for myself. Making your own caps, yep. Stop going on as many dates. Or if I go on a first date, it's just a coffee date. That's yeah, actually for the blokes. You still have to pay these days, guys? I'm a bit out of date. It's been a long time. And now, when Rachel and I go, it doesn't matter who pays. It's all from the same bank account. So let's keep looking. Here we go. What else? Unsubscribe from all services and going back to pirating movies and TV shows. I'll pick them up again when they merge or get significantly cheaper. That's just, no, you shouldn't do that. Come on. It's kind of pathetic. You get people who've got so much money and they're stealing shit. No, you can't afford it. Don't do it. Just go without. But I can understand how it's expensive for all these things. You shouldn't pirate stuff. I think I'm going to have to do this with my digital art software. Adobe Creative Cloud isn't too bad, so I'll keep that for the convenience. But the other 2 3D apps I use are so damn expensive and are subscription-based now too, costing a lot more per year than having Photoshop. I just can't be bothered trying to pirate them at the moment. Sounds tedious. Well, I mean, this guy, look at Affinity Photo like I was using. But I mean, right now I have one piece of software that we use for all our animations, Lumion. And we've got 7.5. It's years old. I bought like 2 copies of it. I spent thousands of dollars. I think I got 10 grand for them both or even more. And I just stopped upgrading them because I got sick and tired of paying money all the time. And they were good enough. The quality of renders we could get and animations, we could tell a story to win its work. But now, they've stopped working on Windows 10. So I've gotten a little TPM chip, put it on my main board to upgrade to Windows 11 because the old version, some reason, is working on 11 but not 10. And my CPU is too out of date to work with it. So I could get the new software for a subscription, but I don't want to pay €1,000 a year for it. I'm sick of it. So I'm moving to another one I I have received years ago, like a free Epic animation software that I was a beta user I got for free, so I'm finally learning that because I can't be bothered paying money. I need to find a way to save money. I mean, the subscription model, yeah, it's really... I can see the advantage of it in software. When we first started up, we bought 5 full versions of Autodesk, Rivet, and 3ds Max, the whole shebang, and that was like $40,000 or something around that. And we bought, a few more, and it just adds up. And now, if I need another license for Rivet, I'll just rent it because I was paying thousands of dollars to upgrade that every year. I'll just rent it. Okay, I need one for a month. There's $500. Signed to the job, done. Boom. Much easier. So I can see the advantage of it. Spending more time at home, eating out less, ensuring I take my lunch to work every day. And now I have a list of things I will only buy when they're on sale. I'm not talking about the essentials, but the treats from the supermarket. Also, I now go to the library instead of buying books. They have e-libraries now, so I can use my Kindle. There you go. So that's, some interesting insights here. Let's have a bit of a talk about it, guys. There we have it. Fasting, intermittent fasting, buying gift cards for food, like on special, and then the Woolies kind of 10% discount thing. That's what people are doing. Then all the standards, cutting subscriptions, eating at home, not going out as much, cheaper first dates, all of these things that shouldn't surprise any of us. So people are adapting. People are changing the way they're living, and they're starting to tighten their belts and their budgets. But this Woolies thing, this gift card thing, I'd never thought about that, to be honest. I remember we'd buy the Apple ones, the iTunes vouchers when they were cheap, just for the discount, because we'd use them for entertainment and stuff. They're not so much anymore. But there you go, guys. What about you? What are you doing? Let us know in the comments down below. It would be quite interesting to see what suggestions you have. And are you doing the gift card thing? Let me know if you're the first, if you've only heard of that the first time here too, because then I won't feel as bad. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Check out Heise BIM and Heise Does for other videos. And if you're a fan and want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode of Heise Says. 10% off. But Woolies is more expensive than Aldi. Can you get Aldi food cards and get them cheap? I don't know if the Germans will give you a discount like that. Probably not.